Shalom Israel first. I want to give all praise and glory honor to Yahweh Bashmi outside, Bashmi Kakodash. Don't want to see Pastor Oscar Millstone, peace that takes one of Israel. Well, this lesson, I want to title it, our complaints, our sign is being heard, all right? And just like how in ancient Egypt, you know, our groaning, we are groaning in captivity, you know, it's the same thing now. You know, this is Egypt 2.0. You know, you could read Revelation 11 and I believe it's 8. You know, Sodom and Egypt. You know, and this is where the fuck we at. And you know, best believe we not here to, you know, stay here forever. Like we just serving out a captivity, a punishment. But you know, our punishment is almost up. You know. But this time, you know, the Lord, he's only coming back for a remnant, aka the elect. You know, he's not coming back for the whole nation of Israel. But enough with the rambling. Let me get Acts 7 and 34. Straight to the point. It says, I have seen the affliction of my people which is in Egypt. You know, it's talking about ancient Egypt. And I have heard their groaning and am come down to deliver them. And now come, I will send thee into Egypt. This Moses whom they refused, saying, whom made thee a ruler and a judge, the same did the Most High send to be a ruler and a deliverer by the hand of the angel which appeared to him in the bush. All right. And you know, this is talking about the story of ancient Egypt. But what I want to get is the Lord, he's about to make his move. All right. Because why are the prophets speaking this word? You know, why are there men on the Lord out in the street corners teaching this word, the downfall of this kingdom? Because it's prophesied, you know. This word has to be preached first, and then the end shall come. Let me get that. It's in Matthew 24. Matthew 24 and 14. It says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. All right? And this is a major sign that we're at the end, you know, because people, they like to scoff and talk shit. Oh, you know, we've always been hearing wars and rumors of war, this, that, and third, but you haven't heard the truth declared in those years like that. All right, there's a great awakening happening. You know, really a revelation of the 11th chapter. You know, the dead bodies being raised. That's what's happening right now. That's a prophecy that's being fulfilled. You know, and that's another topic that I wanted to do too. Prophecy must be fulfilled. All right, but before the Lord, he makes his move, he sends a warning. You know, he tells you what's about to happen first, so you know you can prepare and get right. You know, and then he's gonna make his move. All right. But let me get scripture right here. Come to mind. That's Ezekiel, I believe. There you go. Ezekiel 3 and 17. It says, Son of man, I made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. All right. So that's what the Lord has set up. He has set watchmen, you know, in Israel. He gotta be better, bro. This is proud as hell. But Salakia. Yeah. But yeah, the Lord, he's sending his prophets, his servants, the prophets. You know, the Lord has raised up prophets in Babylon, as it says in Jeremiah. All right, and is this not, you know, modern day Babylon, mystery Babylon the Great? So the same thing is happening. You know, and that kingdom eventually fell. So, what you think is gonna happen in this kingdom? You know, and this is the final reign of Esau. All right. 2 Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau, or not, Salaki. For Jacob, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. So that's what's about to happen. All right, the Lord is about to return. Yahweh is about to return and liberate us out of this hellhole. All right, Lord willing, you know, we probably elect. Read Deuteronomy or Matthew 24 and 30. You know, the Lord's gonna gather his elect from the four winds of heaven. All right, because the elect are scattered abroad. All right, but so lucky for the rambling. Let me get Amos 3 and 7. All right, Amos 3:6. It says, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord had not done it?" And what's the Lord about to do? He's about to bring a great evil to this place. You know, he's about to bring a great destruction to Babylon the Great. All right, and he's giving warning right now. All right. So best believe, our sighs and our cries are being heard. Our complaints are being heard, and the Lord he's about to liberate us. But there's a process to it. The Lord you're not going to see a giant hand come down and start picking everybody up. Like, no, like this prophecy, the Lord he's subject to His word. All right, He's bound by His word. All right, and that's prophecy. He said He's going to do something. He's going to do it. All right, it says, "Surely the Lord will do nothing, but He revealeth His secrets unto His servants, the prophets." All right, so the Lord has raised up prophets to warn, to teach His word, and to give, the people warning. Chiefly, you Israelites, but we understand Romans 11:7. What then Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for? The election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So it's only for the elect at the end of the day. All right, but let me go to 2 Ezra 15. All right, 2 Ezra 15, and I'll start at 5. It says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." All right, now that's coming. All right, those are the plagues, like as ancient Egypt. How the Lord sent plagues, to plague the place, plague Egypt, and then we got liberated. The same thing's gonna happen now. All right, and the Lord he's going. The ultimate plague is some ICBMs, as well as the fire from the chariots, the laser beams. It says, "For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves." All right, and the world is just in total disarray. All this shit is upside down. It's wicked, bro. This place is polluted. Micah 2:10. It says, "Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually." And that's happening again right now. We sighing and crying for all the abominations that be done in the midst of. All right, that's Ezekiel 9:4. Set a mark upon them that sigh and that cry. And that's what we're doing. That mark goes into the law, meaning a mark of exemption, because that's who the Lord is coming back for. The Lord not gonna come back for some niggas that are infatuated with Babylon, because Scripture says, we're supposed to come out of her, or be ye separate, so we walk in a totally different light, and that's the light of Yahweh Bashmi outside. As Yahweh outside say, "Let your light so shine before men," and we walk, people see that, people see that you walk accordingly, in the ways and the fashions of the Lord, and it's different from this world, because this world is in total darkness. Isaiah 60:2. Gross darkness to people. So they look at you like, "Oh, you don't do this, you don't do that." No. All right. But a little side note. It says, "And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all their innocent blood from among them." It says, "Behold my," and that's what the Lord's gonna do. And guess who he's gonna send to do that? Yahweh Shai. That's who we want. That's who we need. To deliver us, the deliverer. That's literally what his name means. Yahweh Shai. He delivers. All right, he the deliverer, or I don't want to butcher it, but it's he the deliverer, because Yah means he, and then deliver. Yahweh Shai means to deliver. All right, it says, "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt." And what Egypt is this talking about? It's talking about this Egypt, modern day Egypt. It says, "But I will bring with them a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof." All right, and ancient Egypt the whole land wasn't destroyed. So what's this talking about? It's talking about Babylon. It says, "Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it." All right, so that's what the Lord's gonna do. He's gonna bring the destruction upon this place and liberate His elect. All right, he's gonna bring that salvation, and that's gonna be talked about. You know, a second Exodus is on his way. All right. I believe it's Jeremiah. I believe it's. Someone told me no more. So. Jeremiah 16. There you go, Con. I knew it was Jeremiah 16. All right, so I'm going to read Jeremiah 16 and 13. It says, "Therefore will I cast you out of this land into a land that ye know not, neither ye nor your fathers, and there shall ye serve other gods day and night, or I will not show you favor." All right, it's talking about here. It says, "Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall be no more said, the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt." You know, the first Exodus. "But the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north and from all the lands whither he had driven them." And what does that link up with? Matthew 24 and 31. "He shall gather his elect from the four winds." You know, well, I'll get it, Lord. When it says, "And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto the fathers." And what's that? That's Israel. You know, that's our land. And you know, the Lord gonna cleanse that place with that destruction. All right, but it's gonna be built back up. It says, yeah, that's that. Let me get Matthew 24. Matthew 24 and 30. It says, "And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man come in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory." And that's who we're looking for to save us, is Yahushua. Not this system to be established and rebuilt back up. And nah, fuck that. Fuck this place. You know, that the mindset of the elect is to get out of here. You know, not to stay here. It says, "And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other." All right. So, you know, the Lord, he hears our sighing and our crying. You know, things are happening, things are taking place. You know, and things are about to start happening as well. You know, you see what's going on. Things are moving. So don't think, you know, it's lucky. Avenge. It's Matthew. There you go. Or Luke. It says Luke 18 and 7. It says, "And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them?" All right, and that's lucky. You know, the Spirit wanted that come out, but that's how we feel. You know, crying day and night. You know, it's this constant vexation. You know, like Lot, just Lot vexed with the filthy conversation and the wicked. All right, though he bear long with him. All right, because prophecy has to take place. You know, prophecy has to take place. That's it. You know, and that's what we're hastening for. You know, we're hastening for these things to take place, so that way, the sooner it takes place, the sooner we can get out of here. You know, because we want the kingdom. You know, we want a new earth and new heavens wherein dwells righteousness. New heavens and new earth wherein dwells righteousness. All right. So, you know, hopefully, you know, as well said. You know, our sighing, it's being heard. All right, the Lord is working. You know, we just got to be patient and continue to do what the Lord said to do. All right, so hopefully, you know, like I said, it was edifying and well said. I want to give all praise, glory, honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashmi, Al-Shai, Ba'ashmi, Kakadash. Till next time.